Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the City of Raleigh, My Local Government webinar series. This is part one of a three-part series, and it will be hosted virtually for the next 3 Tuesdays coming up, this being the first one. My name is Ellen Colon. I am with the Office of Community Engagement, and today I will be opening with the three-part series with a very basic informational webinar. This is My Local Government 101. The information that we will be sharing today, it is going to be very, very basic. So a lot of people may know some of this information, but hopefully you will learn something today, something that you did not know. We do believe that it is important to educate all constituents, all Raleigh residents. If there are any teachers with us, hopefully this is something that you can use later on. We will be making all of these videos available after we have finished the series. I want to share that this is part of a bigger initiative from the city of Raleigh. We do believe that it is important to understand and be local and be intentional. So we want residents to be more involved in local matters. And that means that we are going to support local, we want to shop local, and we want to vote local. And you better believe that voting in local elections is very, very important. So we want people to understand what government means, what city means, and how it impacts them directly. Not that voting federal elections is not important, of course it is, but we want people to understand that municipal elections are also very important because it affects us right away. And in order to do so, we want you to know what the city is, what local government does, so that you can take part in everything that has to do with anything local. So without further ado, I am going to get started with our presentation, and please join me. Here we go. So we want to begin by defining what is a city. I did say that we're going to be very one-on-one today. So let's begin by defining what is a city. A city can be defined as a permanent and densely settled place with administratively defined boundaries. Cities generally have an extensive system for housing, transportation, sanitation, utilities, land use, production, and communication. Simply put, a city is a populated urban area with a structured local government that gives residents accessibilities, benefits, and facilities that may not be easily available in smaller towns or rural areas. So now that we know what a city is, let's talk about what is the role of the city in government. There are four primary purposes of city government, and these are power and utilities, economic development, public safety, and as we mentioned earlier, democratic processes. Within these four categories, there are many functions, there are many branches, and you can see that because there are so many different departments for the city. But ultimately, they all begin with these four. So let's break them down a little bit. The first primary purpose of the city is powering utilities. City government provides essential services to citizens that they serve. For example, utilities such as the water and the waste removal, they all fall under city jurisdiction. Keeping the water clean and maintaining sewer lines and ensuring that infrastructure is sound, those are all key city services. Cities employ utility workers. Well, those are all the people that work for the city. They all have a purpose. So utility workers respond to emergencies and other customer needs. Cities also engage in utility service planning for proposed construction and new building sites. All of these services are related to one another. This ensures that new construction projects meet city standards before they even begin with the constructions. And talking about constructions and building, let's talk about the second primary purpose of a city government. The second primary purpose is economic development. And if you are from here, you will see that the city of Raleigh, how it has developed. And we want to encourage local business growth because these are key activities of city government. So the city will encourage local business growth. Also, it increases business enterprises and encourages employment opportunities. When there's more employment opportunities and there are more businesses, this also increases the city revenue, known as tax. And as the economy grows and the city grows, the cost of maintaining the city also grows. So government does collect taxes and then reinvest the tax revenue right back into the community. Cities often have strategic zoning plans to control where new businesses can be built. And if you keep up and if you have been going to a lot of meetings for the city or board meetings, you will hear these words that are being taught. You hear zoning, you hear planning. These are all part of the city. A city government might restrict new business development in residential areas where family homes are built. This is just an example of how that works, the strategic zoning plans. The third primary purpose of the city government is public safety. And we are all very familiar with this. City government works hand in hand with local law enforcement agencies to establish city ordinances, law, and policy changes that impact public safety. These services are often provided by the police department, the fire department, and the emergency communications or the 911 services. And lastly, the fourth primary purpose of a city is having a democratic process. Voting in local government is the ultimate form of democratic process. It's extremely important and it's something that we should all be taking a part of. However, there are also other ways that extend in the democratic process, and because there are other ways that we as citizens can engage in local government. Citizens often get involved in city government activities to help make decisions regarding the quality living conditions. Some city governments have citizen boards and commissions to engage community members in the democratic process. Lucky for us, City of Raleigh has many boards and commissions that you can be a part of. Boards and commissions provide an opportunity for citizens to share opinions about the needs and issues of the cities. Citizens' input might be used in city planning and activities and in public policy decisions. City governments may also use it for public task forces to study an issue of concern and make recommendations for further action. Recently, we actually had one of those studies. Hopefully, it has been really clear in that you know what a city is and what is the role of government in a city. But we haven't really talked about a specific city. We're just talking about general cities. So now let's talk about our city. Now that you know what makes a city and the role of city governments, let's dive at home and learn a little bit more about this beautiful city, the city of Raleigh. I'm going to play this 1 minute video. This is really short, but it's going to give you a little bit of a look. So if you're new to Raleigh, you're going to get to see a little bit of what this beautiful city has to offer.
Welcome to the city of Raleigh. We hope you enjoy our city as much as we do. Raleigh was established as the capital of North Carolina in 1792. Today, it's home to several colleges and universities. There's a vibrant performing arts community, and we're known for our many downtown festivals that the whole family can enjoy. Our community is diverse, dynamic, creative, and innovative. If you like spending time outdoors, we have more than 100 miles of greenways and over 200 parks. Of course, we can't forget about our dog parks. And our community centers offer so many opportunities to stretch your imagination, as well as your body. We have so much to tell you about, It might just be best if we let you do some browsing on your own. Go to our website at raleighNC.gov. You can always put in the search bar what you're looking for, whether it's volunteer opportunities or how to pay your water bill. Or you can check out the popular services section or the news section on our homepage. We love calling Raleigh home, and we hope to see you soon around the city.
Let's talk now about the history of Raleigh. Again, this is 101. Raleigh was a planned capital city, meaning that a capital city of North Carolina was chartered by the General Assembly in 1788, but the city of Raleigh was incorporated in 1792. It is named for Sir Walter Raleigh, who attempted to establish the first English colony in the New World. It is the North Carolina state capital and the county seat of Wake County. Raleigh is also the second largest city in North Carolina after Charlotte. Raleigh is currently growing at a rate of 0.99% annually. In 2010, Raleigh's recorded population was 403,892, and in 2020, the reported population was 483,579. Raleigh has increased by almost 20% since the last census. And if you are from here, you can see it all around. You can see the city has grown this much. It is very, very noticeable. This vision of Raleigh is to pursue world-class quality of life by actively collaborating with our community towards a fulfilling and inspired future for all. And the mission statement is to build a stable platform of evolving services for our community through which we champion positive and sustainable growth and realize visionary ideas for all. These are just some of the basics of information of Raleigh. We know a little bit about the population, a little bit about the history, what is the city government, and how it's ran. This part right here is something that is going to be really important, especially if you are from another, city. If you have relocated to Raleigh and you had a different form of government, this part is going to be extremely important. So let's take a look at this quick video. This is not our video, but it is very informational, so we are going to share it today. And it's going to talk a little bit about what type of local of government we have here in Raleigh, and we will dive into it a little bit more later.
Which form of local government provides the best structure for community success? You are probably familiar with the mayor-council or strong mayor form. Here, the people elect one politician, the mayor, to lead the community, hire staff, and oversee all day-to-day operations and service delivery. Having a single politician at the top of the structure has its disadvantages. The elected council is largely unable to effect change because the mayor is solely responsible for the budget and staffing. Political agendas can contaminate what should be transparent, ethical, and efficient service delivery. And it also leaves that go-to person more susceptible to the influence of special interest groups, leaving ordinary voters with less say about what goes on in their community. The council-manager form of government was created to combat corruption and provide for the professional management of local governments. In the council-manager form, the people elect a council, including a mayor, and they collectively create a vision for the community and set policy. The council then hires a non-political professional manager, based on experience and credentials, who implements the council's policy and delivers services equitably. The manager remains accountable to the council because if at any time the council decides that person is ineffective, they can vote to replace the manager. Having the entire elected council setting policy makes it difficult for special interest groups to influence policy. But the council-manager form of government isn't just about curtailing corruption. It's about managing services in ways that get better results. An IBM report found that council manager cities are nearly 10% more efficient than mayor-council cities. Historically, nearly 2/3 of U.S. municipalities with Moody's AAA bond ratings are council manager, as are the majority of all America's city award recipients. So visit icma.org today to learn more about how your community can adopt or
Okay, so yeah, obviously that's not our video, but it has great information about the type of form of government that we have here in the city of Raleigh. And as you can probably guess after watching it, that is what we're going to be talking about next. The city of Raleigh has a council manager form of government. And a council manager government is one of the 5 major types of municipal government found in cities and towns throughout the United States, as we saw in the video. So the other 4 are major council. If you come from a city like New York, Chicago, LA, Philadelphia, these are the type of form of governments that you are probably used to, a strong mayor council. Now, much smaller towns or municipalities may use commissions, town meeting, or even a representative town meeting. The council manager form organizes local government in a way that follows the organization of the business corporation. Voters are the stockholders who elect the council, who are the board of directors, and this does include the mayor, who serves as the chair of the board, which in turn appoint the city manager, who is the CEO or the chief executive officer. And although most council manager governments feature a mayor who may be elected at large, unlike in a strong mayor council government, the mayor is a regular voting member of city council with little or no legal privilege that may distinguish him or her from other council members. The elected city council serves as the city's primary legislative body, and the city manager oversees the day-to-day municipal operations. The city manager is appointed and dismissed by the city council, is responsible for drafting and proposing a city budget, is responsible for implementing and enforcing policies adopted by the council and the legislative initiatives, is responsible for hiring all other staff, and practices a high degree of professionalism and ethics. Along with appointing the city manager, council is tasked with appointing 2 other positions, and these are the city attorney, who serves as the legal advisory to the council, and the city clerk, who is the official keeper of the city records. You can see how the council manager form of government is structured on this slide. So city council appoints city attorney, the city manager, and city clerk. And then all other hiring is done under the city manager. These are all of the departments under the city of Raleigh. So these are all the departments under the city manager. Some of them you may be very familiar with: Raleigh Water, Parks and Recs, the fire department, human resource. As you can see, there are many, many more departments that are under the city manager. Currently, there are 4,344 full-time employees, and over 4,000 part-time employees are proud to serve and work for the city of Raleigh. And as the city continues to grow, so do these numbers. So these numbers may have grown, well, in the time from this morning till now. Now, while the city manager is appointed by the city council, it is really important to understand that you, as a resident of Raleigh, play a very important role in selecting the city council. These are your elected officials. They have been elected by you and other City of Raleigh voters during municipal elections. Again, this is why it's so important it's great to vote during federal elections, state elections, but municipal elections, they affect you directly, and it's really important that we're all involved. This is why it's also important to understand your role and the role of each of these members. So our local council are elected officials, and they're composed of 8 members. 5 are members selected by their district. This means that if you live in District A, you cannot vote for a member in District D. However, 3 seats, including the city mayor, are indeed elected at large, which means the whole city votes for them. Every Raleigh registered voter can vote for the 3 at-large council members, including the mayor. Council members are elected to 2-year terms. The mayor establishes committees and has leadership role. 5 votes are needed to take any action. And they develop and approve policy and budget. And as already mentioned, the council appoints the city manager, the city clerk, and the city attorney. There are 5 council districts in Raleigh and an elected council member for each one. So we have District A, which is in the north part of Raleigh. District B extends to the east and to the northeast part of Raleigh. District C extends from downtown to east and to southeast Raleigh. District D extends west and to southwest Raleigh. And then we have District E, which extends west and northwest of Raleigh. So if you're not sure what district you belong to, you can find your district and council member on our website. That's raleighnc.gov. Once there, you simply go under departments and you're going to click on the city council. Then you're going to scroll down. You're going to find your council member. You're going to put your address, wherever that may be. So right now, that's where I'm at. And then once you hit search, it will populate your city council district information, including your district council member. It really is very, very simple. Now, if you want to know more about what is happening in your district and in the city itself, you are welcome to attend city council proceedings. They run in the Raleigh Television Network, and then in person, they're at 222 West Hargett Street. And then the meetings are held at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tuesday evenings. And then the work sessions are at 4 p.m. on the second Tuesday, and the work sessions and meetings are on the third Tuesday. And you are more than welcome to get more information on our website. You may also visit our site to apply for any of the city advisory boards, those boards and those commissions that we talked about earlier that you can definitely be a part of. You can go online and you can get more information on how to become part of these boards, or at least be involved and find out what's going on. There's a board for everything. If you like greenways, if you like parks, if you like arts, if you like trees, there is a board for everything. There is a way for you to get involved. You can get information about services and delivery opportunities for your areas. And if something needs fixing, a light post and your light broke, you can most definitely report it at the service request, and that's also online. There are just like tons of reasons why people want to settle roots in the city of Oaks. We know that it's a beautiful city, and we hope that this has helped you understand the city a little bit better and how it works. If you're a teacher and this is something that you can teach to your kids, whether it's middle school or high school, please feel free to use this. It's very simple information, but I think everyone should be aware of just the basics of what it is to be a Raleigh resident. I do want to give thanks to the Raleigh Neighborhood College. This information was taken from the curriculum of the Raleigh Neighborhood College, which is a program that we have here. And they go into a much more in-depth program, and they have all the information. So the Raleigh Neighborhood College is a residents and neighbors capacity building program presented by the City of Raleigh's Neighborhood Enrichment Services, which is a division of the Housing and Neighborhoods Department. And the participants learn about local government to a much deeper degree than what we have just gone through in Raleigh and in Wake County. And it is a free series. It is 10 classes. And then they have a spring session and a fall session. Thursdays at 10:30 from 12 p.m. And at night, when you go on site, that's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you want to sign up or want more information, contact Luis Olivieri. He is one of the persons that runs the Raleigh Neighborhood College.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Taisha and Ellen, for putting this together. This is great. Yeah, you said it well. I mean, this is our 20th anniversary, so we're going crazy this year. Next year, we'll be 21, so we can do anything we want. I'm kidding. Benefits, we have alumni that's being, leadership in the neighborhoods, different organizations around the city, boards and commissions, even city councilors. We had a couple that went into being city councilors. I invite you to apply. Next slide, you're gonna see contact information for the neighborhood college on the website, and there you can find the link for application. We do two sessions, fall and spring. So feel free to connect with us. Email me, call me, invite me for lunch or coffee, decaf, please, and we'll get you there. Raleigh Neighborhood College, and this is Luis Oliveira Robert in my 20th year with the city. So pretty much been doing Raleigh Neighborhood College since I came to the city, and hope you can join. And any question, email, call us, check the website. And thank you, Taisha, and thank you, Ellen, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Luis. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave this up for like a few seconds. Okay, and then the next one is going to be my contact information. If you have any questions regarding this, or if you want to get a copy of this, or if you just need any kind of information, please feel free to contact me. Here is my information as well. I go by Ellen, but my email is Sue Ellen. Please feel free to contact me as well. And if we go too fast, you can definitely just go online and our information is there. And with that, we have concluded the first session of our three-part series, My Local Government 101. We do hope that you join us for part two of our series, where we will learn about what is a city budget, where do my tax dollars go, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of your evening.